Day, Guahusi Nolan Munya, and this is my Fino CHamoru experience. So when I was about 6 years old, my father gave me my first language lesson in Fino CHamoru. We were taught Day and Totem Malik with no specific outcome in mind. I don't think he actually thought about whether or not we would retain it, but I think the good news is that it being one of the some of the simpler and more widely used phrases has had a lasting effect. Prior to moving to Guahan, so that was my first language lesson when I was 6, and then for the following 34 years, I had zero exposure to Fino Water. Um, so despite that, um, my first so when I was living in New York, my first business that I started, I chose to name it a word that I searched for that was in Finotsumoru, hinasu, and I now that I've taken some more of these classes, I can appreciate that even then I didn't incorporate English into the spaces where I deliberately wanted Fino Tsumoru, or what I now know to be Fino Tsumoru. Uh, so that's just a concept that's been prevalent in a lot of our classes. Um, so having had no exposure to this language for over 30 years, 34 years, I would consider that my my ability level, if you want to assess things that way, to be at a sort of infantile remedial space, which I don't think that there's anything embarrassing about that. I like to consider myself as being somewhat of an infant in regards to the culture and the language for not having had that exposure to it. I'm okay with that. Uh, since moving to Guahan, taking these formal language classes in a formal education institution has been kind of challenging because not it feels in many ways still that the Tsumoru language is being mapped out, at least in a formal way. Uh, what with like the debates over orthographies and uh, while a language is a living thing, it evolves as we're using it, and it's not located only on Guahan. So it seems like it's an interesting challenge, but also indicative that language Fino Tsumoru is not yet dead, just endangered. So another thing that I've done, I have become employed by a company that language revitalization is at the forefront of its mind. Whenever we're deciding policy or making any sort of in our decision making processes, we first ask ourselves, is this the most sustainable practice? Is this the best practice? Is it the best business practice for the community? And what are the ways in which we can incorporate Tsumoru into this? I think that's something that every business owner here should do. Um, and truly, if we're going to dream big, every business owner, in order to truly embody this principle of expanding domains of language. I know this isn't that class, but it's all interconnected. Um, and yeah, that's it. Thank you. That's my Fino Tsumoru experience.